bit of a controversial game. A game that came out last generation. It's part of a slew of remastered games that we're getting on both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. A lot of people seem to be a bit off-put by all of these remasters, but it is what it is. I can't change it. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing all the time. And when you can get a game that you've already purchased and not have to play it again, I figure, why not? At least check it out. I bought this when it came out on the PlayStation 3, and I didn't review it back then. I really wasn't doing this, so I wanted to revisit it. I wanted to see what it looked like, spruced up a bit in 1080p, 60 frames per second, all that wonderful, stuff we get this generation. But more importantly, I wanted to talk about the game and what it means to me, because this is the type of a game that a lot of people played, and everyone seems to have their own particular experience with it. Everyone sees different things in it. What I see, I'll talk about now. And again, if you haven't played this game, you might not want to listen to this video. I will spoil a bit, talk about the ending. And if you have played it on the PlayStation 3, you can download it for free on the PlayStation 4, so why not give it a shot? If you haven't played it on the PlayStation 3 and you have a PlayStation 4 and you're into experiences, you're into single player experiences that deal with heavy topics like life and death and experiences in between, then give it a shot, because I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, to me, this game is a euphemism for life. Now, you don't start off sort of at birth, but you start off alone in the desert, which most of us, at a young adult age, were going out in the world, alone, and you struggle from point A to point B, and there's puzzles in between. And to me, the puzzles represented the trials and the tribulations throughout everyone's life, stuff that we all go through that makes us either, really upset or really happy, anything and everything that encompasses a person's life. And as you do that, what's really cool about this is that other people pop into this game. You don't know where they're from. There's no region. They can be from anywhere in the world, and you cannot communicate with each other verbally. You can only use little sounds, little clicks to communicate. And it sounds like it's not going to work, or you're not going to get anything out of it. See that person in the background right there? And there I am hitting the little sound, and they see the sound, and then they'll come over to me. I don't know who it is. It's a he, it's a she, who knows? There we are together. You're going through life, you just meet people. Sometimes you have no idea who they are, what they are, but you can share a common experience without knowing one another. And it's that core theme that this game nails. The fact that everyone can experience things together, but not necessarily have to communicate. I know this sounds really heavy and really metaphysical, blah, blah, blah. But, it's great when games can do that. I think it should be celebrated when games are art, when they tackle, themes like this. And again, when I played this game, I played it through, I went through all these puzzles, I struggled, and as you do it, you get towards the end, you're struggling, you're walking a little bit slower, you're getting a little bit tired as you approach what I perceive as the end of your life, and then you just sort of collapse into the sand, into the snow, into the cold, and then you close your eyes, and all of a sudden you're flying through this wonderful environment, mountains, hills, water, beautiful, flying towards the top of a mountain, and then finally into the light. And again, I know this isn't for everyone, and this does sound a bit wishy-washy, but it's great when games do that. I really appreciate that. I like when games do things differently than what I'm used to in games. I like all kinds of games, but I think stuff like this is really important, and you should give it a shot. Check it out. It's just really, really, really an amazing game. And I think if you're into narrative, if you're into an experience, you'll enjoy this game. It's Journey. It's on the PlayStation 4. Check it out. And remember, game on.